she goes. Welcome to the 500 home run club, Albert Pujols.
But the big story in baseball, more U.S. history in D.C. of all the appropriate places. Albert Pujols, home runs number 499 and 500. It's tempting to play that game and see in 5 years, in 6 years, where's Albert going to be on the all-time list?
It is out of here! The 600 home run club just got bigger.
He's back. All-time great St. Louis Cardinal Albert Pujols signs for one final season.
He will reach 700 career home runs. He's going to hit his 700th career home run on the road. Friday night in Los Angeles in September of Clayton Kershaw.
Oh, man, that's a crazy
so
prediction.
that's when it's going to happen.
Nice list.
Chasing history.
But there's a bigger list that's happening right now.
Yeah.
We're going to L.A. 699.
I believe I said Friday night against Clayton Kershaw. So they moved Kershaw back to Saturday. So I think either way, if he goes yard tonight, I'm right, or if he goes yard tomorrow, that's the greatest prediction ever made.
I hope he hits another one tonight.
Yeah, I kind of do, too.
I hope he hits another one.
Albert, you have more permission.
Come on, Albert.
Hit one tonight.
Pujols sets on the air. It's deep to left. Taylor's back at the wall. It's 700.
Yeah, I don't know what it takes these days to go viral. But, I mean, come on. I'm on the road.
In L.A., you called it.
I mean, give me something.
Yep, you were on it.
Wow.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. That's like Kreskin type.
That's gold.
Totally hooked me up there. Thank you so much.
He did.
Oh, he did.
You look smart.
Yes, he did.
I'll tell you what, to be able to go back to St. Louis and finish, my career like that, where everything started for me, it was just really special. Really find the joy to come back and play again, and then the Cardinals gave me the opportunity, and I'm glad that I did and got the 700.
Oh, can we please raise our Budweisers?
Yes.
What a toast to a legendary moment. A legendary player.
Straight up.
Our colleague,
Straight up.
Albert Pujols, joins us now on MLB Tonight. Albert, oh my goodness, every time I see it, I get goosebumps. I can't imagine when you think of 700 home runs, my great prediction aside, but when you think of what you accomplished by doing it in that ballpark in Los Angeles on that night, do you still get emotional thinking about it, Albert?
I do, Craig. Case, Floyd, good to see you guys. I do. Sometimes even when I just boring, I just look at YouTube. I mean, my tears, and just that moment to experience that, with my family, friends at Dodger Stadium. I feel like I'm part of the Dodger Blue now. They gave me the opportunity to find that passion and that love for the game after I got released from the Angels. It was pretty awesome, And to do it with the Cardinal uniform, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. I think the only thing that I would have loved to do that year, it was winning a World Series, but you can't get everything. So I'm just really excited, just because that pressure that I felt, that I had to be able to hit 700 for my country, the Dominican Republic, who has supported me my whole career. And I get a text message like before the game from friends, family, like, hey, are you going to do it? You're going to do it.
And it seems like Albert kind of froze up on us. Hopefully when we get him back, we'll continue the conversation. I knew before the season started, if he went back to St. Louis,
the Magic would be back.
he would be such a draw.
How, though, Greg? Like, what do you...
What did I connect to?
Yeah.
Do you remember when he came back as an Angel? Do you
Yeah.
remember that?
Yeah.
And it took forever towards the end of his time there in Anaheim. He came back and a standing ovation every time he stepped to the plate. And then there was an eerie moment that I had never seen, and I'm from St. Louis, and I've watched a lot of St. Louis Cardinal baseball, when he hit a home run off the Cardinals and all 48,000 fans went nuts. He homered off the Cardinals, and they went crazy. So to me, that was a moment where I was like, wait a minute. If he comes back, he's got to play. Because this fan base, they want to watch him.
Right.
That wins and losses, they've seen a lot of that.
Yeah.
They've seen world championships. They want to watch him hit.
There's no doubt. And that fan base, listen, I was there from day one. I was in his division. I was a couple years in the league when he came in 2001. He was like that big-time prospect. And then you saw him hit the ball, Cliff, and you're like, wow, that's different. That's
it. That's it.
He's going to right center like a power hitting lefty. Like I was like, this is really different. So
It was easy.
When I look back, I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible for me. And the question I do want to ask him, and
he's back. We got Albert back.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
This is the question I want to ask. All right, he's back. He's back. Oh man, Albert, I got a question, brother, because I was there in 2001 when you came up. We're like, who's this guy, Albert Pujols? Oh, yeah, he's a big prospect. And then I remember you hitting the ball to right center. I was like, hey, this guy's a good player, guys. This guy's a good player. You know, would you ever think, Albert, dude, from the first day you came into the league to now, looking back and thinking you'd be second all-time in RBIs with Hank Aaron sitting there? You'd be fourth in home runs with Babe Ruth and those guys, Hank Aaron and those guys sitting there. Could you have ever imagined how your career would have gone, man?
Never, Sean. You know, I think for me, I think I just have taken every little opportunity since the minor league. I mean, just take advantage of every opportunity. I think having friends and people that I play with, my teammates, coaches, manager, that trust and believe in me. This game is never easy, as you know. But I think when you have people that believe in you, that trust you, give you the opportunity, I mean, you'll be able to do all those things. And for me, you know, God have given me the ability and the talent to play this game. And, you know, it's just pretty amazing. If I'm sitting here right now in front of you three guys and telling you that that's how I pitched my career, I'd be lying and straight in your face, you know. So I guess for me, just, you know, God blessings and the gift that he has given me. And I just took advantage, and knowing that I have so many people, not just the country, the Dominican Republic, but I have so many people that helped me along the way in my career to help me out to accomplish all that, you know, because it takes a lot of people to help you out. I mean, I can tell you names, you know, from GM, Mike Maguire, Placido Polanco, Edgar Renteria, you know, Tony La Russa, who's like a father figure to me, Jose Oquendo, the secret weapon, you know, was an amazing coach, Dave McCabe, you know, I mean, and the list going on and on, you know, and you guys have coaches like that help you out and players along the way. And that's what I have, you know, and it's just pretty amazing. And I know when I was talking about the 700, the question with Craig, you know, that night was pretty special for me because being at Dodger Stadium, I mean, to be able to hit 699 and 700 the same night when I get an opportunity to, like, you know, a year before I got released by the Angels and the Dodgers give me the opportunity to really fall in love with the game back, it was really special. And to do it with the Cardinal uniform, I mean, you can't top that. I think the only thing that I would have loved, it was winning a World Series, you know, just to put the cherry on top of the K, I guess.
Hey, Albert, we've gone through, you know, the 22 years that you played in the big leagues. We've gone back. We've gone back to your first days of hitting homers and all the changes. And I always say, you know, the adjustment on the fly, right? When you're adjusting, you're always adjusting. Just talk about the adjustments, because you did make the game look easy, even though you say it's not easy. If there's one guy that made it look easy, it was you, big dog. So when you talk about the adjustments you made throughout your career, just talk about some of them. And, you know, picking your brain at first base or picking guys' brains at first base as a defender was always one thing I enjoyed, because I got a chance to see what y'all guys go through every day.
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna start with my defense. I think you know, my defense, I worked just as hard. Having a guy like Jose Oquendo, who was in the top of the step every single game, moving me and telling me, "Hey, move to the line." And there were several times that I was like, "Let me see if this guy is right." And you know, they would have hit a ball down the line and for a double. So you know, as a young player, you always try to go against your coaches. But then later on, I figured out, I was like, man, I need to be proud of my defense. I need to work hard on my defense, because the only way is Scott Rowling, Edgar Renteria, Fernando Pena are going to win a Gold Glove if they have a Gold Glove first baseman. And that's what I focus, you know, my career. I turn it into the defense. With my hitting, you know, I always felt like, as you know, you have to be open to make adjustment. You know, you take a game plan to the game, to the play. But I think at the end of the day, sometimes that plan doesn't work, and you don't want to be 0 for 3 before you make that adjustment. So for me, I always felt like I was open to make that adjustment after my first at bat, after my second at bat, because sometimes that pitcher is pitching me different than what I thought that he was going to pitch me during the game. So you always have to be open to make an adjustment. And this game, to be able to survive for that long and to have success in this level, you have to make those adjustments. Yep. Obviously, as you know, injury comes with your success in your career. You know, my lower half, I had a really unique extent that because the knee surgery that I had, the foot surgery that I have to now find a way to make those adjustments. So later in my career, my last 3 years, then I started doing the leg kick. Mm-hmm. And that was something that I worked really hard in the off season. I think for me, when I went to the Dodgers, it really helped me out working with those guys over there. They really started moving things around. I was like, man, this is feel good. I feel like I felt that I got my low back in my leg, because when I hurt my back leg, I felt that it took all my power out. Like I couldn't push anymore. I was rolling over. I couldn't just let that ball get deep at the plate because I couldn't drive the ball the other way. And that took like 2 or 3 years before I started getting a strong back again in my leg. And then when I felt strong, then I was like, okay, this is time to make the adjustment. And then I went to the leg kick, and as you know, helped me out to finish strong my career.
Yeah, and now he's the greatest first baseman of all time. I would argue with anyone on that. Albert Pujols, over 700 home runs, our legendary moment. Albert, great to see you. Thank you for doing this. I know you got a lot going on right now, driving all over the place. But you're
Be careful out there, man.
We appreciate you, Albert. We'll see you soon, okay?
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. It was always good seeing you guys.
He's the man, the machine.